What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every day on Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at the chart. We're going to be taking a look at some gaps. We're going to take a look at the bullish and the bearish case scenarios. So definitely stick around. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group. Link below in the description. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Do your own due diligence before investing or trading in any market. There's a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. And this is the chart with some gaps I want to take a look at. But first, we're going to do a little reminder. Tomorrow is the Kobo Vault Generation 2 Hard Wallet giveaway. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. I stress the thumbs up because that really helps YouTube algorithm push the channel out, and leave your comment down below. I'll be picking a random comment from a random video throughout the week tomorrow, and you'll have 24 hours to claim your prize. All right, looking at the news headlines, everybody's extremely bullish right now. We know that, but let's take a look at the headlines anyway. Bitcoin's option market is now skewed bullish. Japan's dormant BTC trading accounts wake up as Bitcoin price rallies. Bitcoin FOMO is back, and I believe that's exactly what it is, FOMO. Coinbase considering 19 additional cryptos for exchange listing. Get out of paper money and into Bitcoin. Ethereum 2.0 closer than ever. I have a feeling that's going to fail. Bitcoin, just my opinion. Bitcoin broke out of a 3-year trend line, and Wall Street wants in. So it sounds extremely bullish. Sounds like some major FOMO news. And looking at the Fear and Greed Index, we're still at 55 in the greed. 1 point down from, they changed that. We were at 66, if you guys remember correctly. That's kind of weird. But anyway, looking at that trend line that we were talking about yesterday, I said a break of the 11.4 and I'd be bullish. That happened. We did close above 11.4. Did we? No, we did not close above it. But as you can see, we came back down and tested this trend line that I have off of these 3 wicks right here. We are getting support there now. If that holds as support, then this could remain bullish. We are getting a drop now, and I do believe this is probably going to continue. And I'm going to show you something interesting, too, with the 6,900 target that I've had for quite some time. Now that the Fibonacci retracements moved, I'll show you that here in a little bit. But first, where is this trend line on the monthly? It is at 11,170 area. A break below that, and I think it'll be a fast downfall to at least the 80 MA, which is around 9,800, 96, 97. We know we do have a gap down there also. And if you see where this closed, looking at a higher high on the price action, lower high on the RSI, that is bearish divergence in the monthly. That's pretty huge. But we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, if that 11,180, 11,200 area holds, then this could remain bullish. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly, same thing. We're getting higher highs over here from over here. Another thing I want to point out real quick. Yeah, we did break a 3-year downtrend right here, but we are still making lower lows until this 13,800, I think it was, right in that area. Till that's broken, but otherwise we're still making lower lows here. But again, if we do hold this trend line here as support, it could remain bullish. I still don't believe that we are done with the lower numbers down here. I do believe we are still going to drop, and again, that's my opinion, but I'm going to show you both the bearish and the bullish case scenario. So looking at this triangle we have in the thick white trend lines here, a break of that, 27,000 would be the measured move from over here. And if we look at this falling broadening wedge here that we broke out of here, that measured move is about 16,000. We'll go into smaller time frames also and see what is going on. Got some more immediate targets, things like that, so definitely stick around. If you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. If you use my promo code Savvy50, you get 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus up to 1 Bitcoin. Savy 25 gets you 25% off your fees for a month. It is by far the most fair exchange, in my opinion. Don't get a bunch of scam wicks. They don't trade against you like other exchanges trying to liquidate you. And you can trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow, everything with just using your Bitcoin as collateral. And by using my link down below, that does help the channel out, and I do get a small commission. Also, my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com, check that out. She has a lot of cool crypto stuff on there. She can put any crypto you want on any of this stuff. Any saying, if you got a funny saying you want or whatever, they make great gifts. Another way to support the channel. Let's get into it. All right. There's a bunch of affiliate links down there. Check them out. It's all stuff that I approve and I use. So anyways, so we're going to take a look at these gaps. One I want to point out right now is this gap that we had over here at 11,795 on the CME futures. And I've drawn a white trend line across that. If we look over here, we did not quite close it. Technically, we are still below it. So could that have been a fake out? I don't want to say a fake out, but a front run. Like people on Friday are expecting this to still close, so they're sitting up here. Do they get stuck? Are we going to have a major long squeeze? It's definitely possible. Like I said, if that 11.2 holds, then we're going to probably remain bullish. But if not, it's probably going to get ugly. But remember, we do have a gap down here, all the way down to around 96.70, right in that area. So I do expect us to come back down here, even if it is just a small retrace first. But we also have a gap over here at the 7,600. And this, I'm looking at the 8-hour chart. I know a lot of people think only dailies have to fill. This one is in the daily. This one is not, but still in 8 hours, we do have a gap down here about 7,600. And if we look all the way down here, and I know everybody thinks it's impossible for this to fill, that makes me more bearish thinking that it will. And I'll zoom in and look at it. This gap right here, it is right around the 35.70. Keep that in mind. That would also make a good stop hunt from anyone that longed here and had their stops below. That would most likely be a quick wick and jump back up if it was to happen. And again, guys, gaps don't have to fill. I'm just pointing this out, things for you to be aware of. Yeah, let's go into the daily. Same thing, we did finally break this trend line. I do believe that if we can remain above that, then I'll remain bullish. But other than that, I'm going to be bearish if 11.4 does not hold here. Actually, it's about 11.4, right? About 11.4, depending on when we come back down. If we come back down tomorrow, it goes down. It's 11.4, and each day goes down about 25 bucks, something like that. But yeah, for the most part, guys, I still believe we're going to be seeing these. And if you remember, I'm going to also show you, we're going to move the Fibonacci retracement levels. I already did it in the 4-hour, but I'm going to do it with you on the daily in the next chart. So if we look, or I already did it in the hourly. I'll do it on daily. But anyways, rising channel in white here, even though we have broken up here, our break was here. That was a measured move of 69. That could still be valid unless we break this bottom resistance line, the old support line. And if we did get all the way up there, that could be all the way up to about 13,100, and then down from there. But looking at the EMAs, we are still pretty damn bullish. They look very bullish. As you can see, they're all fanning out. Most likely, most of the time, we don't get too far away from the red EMA, which is the 8, without at least coming back down to test it. And as of right now, if we came back down to test it, would be around the $11,000 range. We also have the orange trend line here, which we have broken back inside. We have not closed a daily inside of it yet. Yesterday's daily did not close inside. If today's daily closes above the 11,400 again, then we will close outside of this. And like I said, I would stay bullish, even though I'm still bearish. I mean, above 11.4, I am bullish, but we get back below that, and I'm back to big time bearish. But a measured move of that gets us down to about the 5,500. And as you guys know, the 5,500 on the monthly also lines up with the EMA here. So make sure you keep that in mind. And again, guys, Do your own due diligence. I am just showing you my opinion and the analysis of both directions. And we already took a look at the bullish case scenarios, the 16, 27. We'll take a look at some more here. Let's take a look at the RSI. And actually, we'll take a look at the RSI in this one. I don't have that one drawn out. So, all right. So if we look at this as and I will draw it in for you, an inverse head and shoulders, this being left shoulder, this being head. And a lot of people were thinking that this is a right shoulder. Definitely possible for that to be an inverse head and shoulders. And to get a measured move of that, we would measure from the neckline to the tip of the head in the inverse head and shoulders, bring it up to where it broke out, and that gives a measured move of 17,000. Now we're going to move this. As you can see, the EMA, or I'm sorry, a little off here, but as you can see, we do have the Fibonacci retracements here. These are if we were already topped out. As you can see, we did go higher, so we're going to move that. But first, we'll take a measured move of this symmetrical triangle or bull flag here and bring it up. And if that is the case, the break of that should get us a measured move of right around $12,000. So it is possible we still get up to that range. But again, we could front run that and come down from here. So keep that in mind. And let's move this Fibonacci retracement now up to the 11,765 where we are now. If that is the top, I'm going to move this over also. All right, if that is the top, then we got to move our 0.236 all the way up to 98.82. And our 0.382 up to 87.43. And 78 is the 0.5 fib. And look at that. The 69 lines up perfectly with the 0.618. So yeah, that's some confluence there. As long as it's topped out here, we could be looking at least that 69. I would expect a bouncer because that's a golden pocket zone. And that's if all these other supports break right here. But there is a chance of that, guys, so be aware of it. If that does break, our next stop is 0.786, which would be 5,552. And if that's the case, and that makes this a one wave, 1-2, that could be extremely bullish if we get a bounce at the 5,550 area. Otherwise, do remember we do have a gap down here. I think what was it, at the 3560 or something like that. I'll move this up a little. But yeah, anyway, and if we look at the volume here on the daily, it's still declining. Even though we had a big spike of volume just like we did over here, it's still declining from, if you look at the whole thing, it has not got higher than this volume over here. So zoom in so you can see that. But yeah, as you can see, this volume did not get over this volume over here. Let's look at the RSI in the daily. I do have a channel drawn here. It does look like we are topping out here. But remember, guys, if this does stay above 11.4 and remains bullish, I pointed this out to you guys before. You can see each time it hit the top of that trend line here, we still got another rise. So the RSI being up here does not necessarily always mean that it's overbought and it's going to correct. You might get a little correction and then the price goes sideways, but the RSI come down and reset and come back up for another push up. So be aware of that. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. I've already moved the Fibonacci retracements on here, and we're going to take a look at the more immediate price action. As you can see, I had this rising channel here that we did break out of, and we had a measured move of that of 13,200. And that's if this holds. Let's zoom in and see where that support is on the top of that. And as of right now, it's going to be right around the 11,400. So that area is going to be key to watch, guys. If we break below that, our next support is going to be around the 10,550 to 10,600 range. And then, of course, the 9,900, which would be the 0.236 fib. If that's not able to hold, let's move this bottom trend line also. So we could take all the way over here to get over here. But if that breaks, depending on where it breaks, guys, get this on here. Do a measured move. Let's say it breaks down within the next week or two. Could get us down to the 7,600 range. But if it waits till we get over here at the 9,200, which would be all the way in September, that's definitely a possibility. You can see how long these corrections been taking, but a break of that 99, if we break this trend line at the same time, would be going towards that 78, which is the 0.5 fib. I mean, then of course we got the golden pocket area in between 6630 and 6900. 6900 is the 0.618 fib. If that's not able to hold, 5500, and then of course fill the gap at 3565. If that's the case, like I said, that would be a stop hunt from anyone that longed here. Let's go into the RSI in the 4 hour. Is it showing anything significant? And no, not really. Do we come up and test the bottom of this? We look at this channel. We could test the top of this channel again. That could be that next push up to the 12.2 to 13.2, somewhere in that range. But I don't know. I don't think that we will go much higher than that before a correction. Obviously, we do have the 16,000 and all the way up to 27,000 targets. But let's take a look at the 1 hour now and take a look at the RSIs. We are at right now below the 8 in the 1 hour. We did have a nice drop here, and there's no divergence here at all in the 1 hour. I do think we'll probably get rejection here at the right around 11.6 and possibly continue down from there. But if not, coming back up to test this trend line is going to be 11,650. Take a look at these measured moves. So if we take a measured move from this rising channel that we did break out of here, if this trend line is correct, I drew it off these 2 wicks off the bottom, and where we broke out here would get us to around the $12,200 range. And that's if this is correct the way I have this drawn here. It's kind of a tough area, guys. If you're not in a trade right now, I probably wouldn't get in one. But our 55 EMA is going to line up with the top of this rising channel, and if I had to guess, I'd say we do have the 11.4 here, which was that long-term trend line that we had talked about that we broke. So 11.4, if that breaks, then our next support here is going to be around 11,000, depending on where we hit it, between 11,250 and 11,300, and after that could be looking back down to 11,100. And then the 10.5, that would make sense for us to come down to this 10.5 level and retest it, the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders. But we'll see what happens there. Also, if you look at this red line on the top, where we broke out up here, looking at that as a triangle to where we broke out, that gets us that $12,170, $12,200 area. So watch for that. But anyways, guys, in my opinion, I think we're still going to go down to these lower levels. I think we'll break the bottom of here. But again, that's just my opinion. I did show you both case scenarios. Make up your own mind. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to smash the likes. Click CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. And leave your comments down below. That'll get you entered to win the drawing tomorrow. I'll pick a random comment for the Kobo Vault Generation 2 giveaway. Take it easy, guys. Have a great day. I'm out.